This is What's Wild in New Hampshire by wildlife biologist Eric Wolf. Hey, last afternoon I got the results from Henry Jones, the New Hampshire Fishing Game Department's moose biologist from last week's moose season. The results are 26 moose were taken. 26 moose were taken during the 2022 New Hampshire Fishing Game Department moose season for a success rate of 22%. This 26 moose includes 22 bulls and 4 cows. Let's see what Henry Jones, Moose Project leader, has to say in this news release. The 2022 moose season ran from October 15th through the 23rd, with an overall success rate of 62. 26 of 42 permits were filled. That includes the special the Hunt of a Lifetime and others. The average success rate over the last 5 years was 72%. So this is significantly lower, only 62% from the last 5-year average of 72%. This year, no moose were taken in wildlife management units D1, D2, and F. So no moose were taken in 3 of those wildlife management units. Composition of the harvest was 22 bulls, 1.5 years old and older, and 4 cows, 1.5 years of age and older, with a statewide moose population of around 3,000 to 3,300. This represents a very conservative harvest. Several large bulls were taken, including one bull in WMUB that had a 65-inch spread. The state record is 68.5, and it weighed 850 pounds dressed. It also was blind in one eye, probably from fighting with other bulls. Winter tick infestation levels on counts on taken moose were available for northern New Hampshire. It's where the majority of the moose were taken. Low sample size in other parts of the state preclude interpretation. Anyway, so winter ticks, preliminary interpretation suggests that if questing, that's ticks getting on moose, is not unusually long, but it is, no snow in November and December, well, maybe we'll get snow here in another week, would make it worse. But so far, based on the results of examining these moose, their overall moderate suggests that overall moderate density of ticks rather than a high winter tick impact year. There you go. So that's kind of a wrap. Well, there is a second page here. Let's take a look at it. And this is actually a breakdown of moose taken by wildlife management units. In A1, there were 3 permits issued and 2 bulls. 2 bulls were taken, and well, for a total of 3. I guess 1 cow, 2 bulls. It says 0 cows, but somehow the total is 3. A2, 8 permits were issued, 7 bulls were taken. At WMUB, 6 permits were issued and 6 bulls were taken. C1, 3 permits were issued and 2 bulls and 1 cow were taken. C2, 6 permits were issued, 4 bulls and 2 cows were taken. D1, 4 permits were issued, no animals were taken. So D1, 4 permits were issued, but 0 moose were taken. D2, 2 permits were issued and 0 moose were taken there. E1, 1 permit was issued and no moose were taken there. E2, 1 permit was issued and E2 and 1 cow was taken. E3, E2, let's see, E2 is that 1. E3, 1 permit was issued, no moose were taken. F, 2 permits were issued with no moose taken. L, 3 permits were issued and 1 bull was taken. And M, 2 permits were issued and 0 moose were taken. For a total of 42 permits were issued, 22 bulls and 4 cows were taken for a total of 26, with again success rate of 62%. And there was another one here about winter tick count, so that's a little too complicated. So yes, going back, 2022 New Hampshire moose season resulted in the take of 26 moose, 22 bulls, and 4 cows, with a success rate the lowest I think it's ever been at 62%. This is wildlife biologist Eric Orr for What's Wild in New Hampshire.